Guys, it's the holiday season and I can't believe it's here. Well, it's not really here, but it's kind of here. It's basically November. Before you know it, you're prepping for Thanksgiving and like you're hosting people. You're thinking of hosting people for Thanksgiving dinner, Christmas parties, New Year's, all that celebration that's going to be happening. And you're thinking, should I host people this season? Should I have a party? Should I have a games night? Should I have a get together? Should I do something? But also maybe you've done it before, maybe you've never done it. But I know there's a bit of fear that comes when that's attached to like hosting people, a little bit of anxiety that people don't talk about. And so if you're considering it, let's have a chat because I just had a party, a Halloween party the other day, and I went through all the emotions. I went through a lot of anxiety, and I just want to share with you my story and like how I dealt with my anxiety around like hosting a party, and maybe it can help you. So I basically planned my party around like a specific group of people because I didn't want it to be like just random people in my home. I wanted it to be like very like really good friends and like family. So I planned it around people and I gave a lot of people over a month notice for this party. It's like a dress up party. If you want to know, I actually dressed up as a policewoman, as a police, so that's fun. And so I gave people like 1 month's heads up because I know like adults, it takes us time to like organize and like put things in our calendars and know that it's happening. Anyways, a week before the party, I had some major people cancel. So basically the people that like I planned my party around canceled on me and it was like 5 or 6 people. It was like, wait, I'm trying to remember like 5 people because we're all kind of connected. So if one person didn't come, there's a tendency that the others wouldn't come, which is weird. But yes, so they canceled and I was like, and I was fine before, like while I was prepping until the week before when people started to cancel. And then I was like, this is a lot of, I was starting to experience a lot of anxiety. I was like, oh my God, it's supposed to be a party. Imagine it's a party and it's like 6 people. Yes, it's cute, but a party is more than like 10 people. It's like more at least 15 people. And I was like, a major number is cancelled on me. What am I supposed to do? So I was really panicking about it. I was like, oh my God, it's going to be a disaster. No one's going to show up. And then a few days someone literally cancelled a day before and they've had like over a month's plan. But we're not going to go into the details of that. I was livid. But also I then found out that apart from the fact that people cancelled, I also sent out the wrong date. Long story. I also sent the wrong date to like 2 people. So I was like, oh, so those 2 people are not going to show up as well. Like, oh my God, it's basically in my head was going to be like 4 people at this party. And I was like, from 20, now we're down to 4. This is crazy. So I was getting a lot of anxiety. I was also like, I'm never doing this again. This is too much. You can't rely on people. I'm like never throwing a party again. And I was just like stressing and like, I was just really stressing. But that's normal, right? So I feel like we don't talk about like the anxiety and the fear that comes with like hosting people. Like, are people going to show up? Are people going to cancel? Yes, I feel like I can rely on certain people. But at the end of the day, people can cancel at any time and it's supposed to be a dinner party of 10 and now it's like 4 people because they had emergencies and they can't show up, and it's not because they don't love you, it's because adult and life things happen. So there's a lot of things around that we don't talk about, and I feel like I learned a few lessons with this party that I planned, and I know it's the holiday season and people are going to be planning parties or thinking of planning parties, and here are my tips for you. Number one, the main thing you need to remember is the important people are going to show up. The people that matter will be there. Anyone that shows up those are the people that matter. Remember that. And I know that's not easy because I was trying to, while I was dealing with my stress about the whole thing after I got all these cancellations, I was like, okay, you're going to have fun. Whatever happens, make sure you have fun. It's not about the people that show up. It's not about the people that cancel. It's about the people that showed up. And the most important thing to know is the people that matter are the people that show up for your party. It's not to say people that cancel don't matter. they probably have a legit reason for canceling, again, life. But for that particular occasion, only the people that matter will show up to that party, and don't stress about the people that canceled. It's okay. It's okay. Don't stress about it. It's hard, but don't stress about it. Number 2 lesson is chances are it will go better than you imagined. And while you're in the middle of stressing, while you're in the middle of panicking, the number one thing you need to do is be determined to have fun. And I know there are different types of hosts. Some people stress while there are people around. Like some hosts like are stressing, they want everyone to have a good time. They're like panicking while the event is happening. Just be determined to have a good time. I think that is the major key, because if you're determined to have fun no matter what, you will eventually have fun. But if you don't make that determination, if you don't put that focus on you also deserve to have fun, because you're the one hosting, doesn't mean you're supposed to be stressed out the whole time. If you don't emphasize that idea in your head that you're supposed to have fun as well, you will end up stressing the whole night. And what's the point? What's the point of having a party or having people over and you can't even enjoy it? So be determined to have fun. So my party ended up being so amazing. People ended up showing, the people that I sent the wrong dates to, it was a dress up party. They ended up like pulling it together last minute and coming dressed up, and they were like over like 20 people, and it was fantastic. And it turned out to be so much better than I thought it would be. And sometimes we feel like that's an exception. What if it actually doesn't turn out? Usually it would turn out so much better than you imagine if you're determined to have fun no matter what. I did not stress on the day. On the day when it came, I was like, okay, whoever shows up today, those are the people that matter. Those are the people that matter. I don't care about people that didn't show up. I don't care. I don't care if you didn't show up. Yes, I understand why you couldn't show up. Obviously I do. But I'm not going to worry about it. I'm only worried about the people that are here. I'm only focusing on the people that are here, and I'm focusing on the fact that I'm here to have a bloody good time, even though I'm the host. So it probably would go better than you imagined if you're determined to have fun. A big lesson that I learned is don't take people's cancellation personally. And because we tend to do that, we tend to take people's rejection. I don't think cancellation is necessarily rejection, but we tend to take rejection personally. We tend to take cancellations and things, people not showing up personally. It's not you. It's not a reflection of you being, it's not a reflection of you. It's just life. People cancel, things come up in people's lives, and people canceling on me last minute is actually my pet peeve, and I've just realized that it really icks me. It really makes me like really upset. I don't like it at all. I think it's very disrespectful if it's last minute. If you give me time, then I'm like, okay, cool. You gave me time, it's fine, I respect it. But when people cancel last minute, it really annoys me, and it's one of my biggest pet peeves. However, don't take it personally. It has nothing to do with you. It has nothing to do with your character. It has nothing to do with your home. It has nothing to do with the quality of parties you throw or the parties you don't throw. It is just people, especially adults, and I'm sure you're inviting adults. It's not a kids' party, I'm assuming. Things come up. Some people may have the best intentions and be like, I'm 100% going to be there. Even though you've given them a month notice, I'm 100% going to be there. Last minute, they can't make it. So don't take people's cancellation personally. It's not a reflection of you. It's an individual thing. Another thing you should know is don't let the fear of things going wrong ultimately stop you from having a fantastic holiday season, guys. Like, yes, you may feel anxiety, and some people are pro at this. They don't even feel stressed. They're like, whatever, I don't care. But essentially, and for the rest of us, like, don't let the fear of like things going wrong or people not showing up stop you from having a good time. I feel like sometimes when we plan parties, we think about, it's supposed to be for the other people. No, you literally plan a party because you want to have fun, because you want to hang out with your friends, because you want to host somebody, you want people around you, you want to laugh, and you want to have a good time. Don't let the fear of the other bad things, the things going wrong, or people not having a good time stop you from doing something that you probably would enjoy, something that you want to do. Don't let that stop you from doing it. If you throw a party, if you don't like it, if you've never done it before and you throw one and you don't like it and maybe it didn't go as planned, then you can be like, okay, maybe it's not for me. But at least do it one time if you haven't done it before. You know what I mean? So this holiday season, invite a few friends for dinner, do a cheeky girls' night, do a party, Christmas party in your house, do a New Year's Eve get together, do whatever you want, and the people that matter will show up, and the people that don't show up, it's not a reflection of you. It's sometimes not even personal. It's just because life happens, and you will end up probably having a fantastic time. So this is my little message for those of you planning to do something special this holiday season. Do it and have a bloody good time. Pro tips for a good party though: make sure there's food. I don't know how like my Caucasians roll, but for my black community, you better feed your guests, okay? You better have some good food. That's a sign that your party will probably be good. Good music, good food. And another tip is have some games. Just think of like games, because I wasn't really planning to have games for my party, because I was thinking, oh, it's just a party, I don't want to have games. But I planned some really good games, and they actually really, it turned out to be amazing to have those games. So I have some games, even though it's not a games night, even though you're probably not thinking, oh, I don't want to play games, but just have a little backup entertainment just in case you got to throw a little something to do, a little razzle dazzle during the party. And my biggest tip if you're going to take anything away from this is show up for other people so people can show up for you. If you're the type that tends to cancel on people last minute for no good reason, you just because I don't feel like self-care, I want to lay in my bed, cool, you're entitled to that. But if you keep canceling on your friends, if you keep canceling on on your family or people that love you, people are not going to show up for you, and then you're going to wonder why no people are also canceling on your parties, because you've done it to people in the past. So if you want people to really come through for you when you want them to be for you, and not just like small parties, not just holiday, maybe your wedding, something that's quite special to you, if you don't show up for people, people are not going to show up for you. So this is my biggest tip: when you can, show up for your friends and show up for your family, because honestly, you do reap that reward. I take that very seriously. When I give my word to somebody that I would be there, I try my 100% best not to cancel on people. So I really don't. And it worked out great, because people literally did last minute turnaround for me, even though they got the wrong dates, and they showed up and like, we could never miss it. Obviously, it's you. So biggest pro tip, if you're going to take anything away from this, show up for people so they can show up for you as well. I really hope this has been useful. Go through that party, girl, sir, and I'm sure it's going to be amazing. I will see you in my next video, guys. Bye.